May 5th. Our fighters shot down a Japanese four-motored bomber, which was very high over our forces. The plane fell about 4 miles from us. Black smoke was coming from the plane all the way down. We were on alert all day, but nothing happened. May 6th. Refueled destroyers in the morning, and in the afternoon we got refueled from the oiler USS Neosho. Joined up with the aircraft carrier USS Lexington and her task force. Trouble is expected any minute. We now have 2 carriers, 8 cruisers, and about 20 destroyers in this force, which is the largest we have ever been in. Our course at 8 p.m. on May 6th is due west. We are 90 miles from New Guinea. The word was passed to all hands. Tonight is dynamite, so be on your toes at all times. Nothing happened during the night. At 8 a.m. May 7th, we went to general quarters as enemy planes had been sighted. Also, our planes reported 2 Japanese aircraft carriers and 4 cruisers 180 miles from us. Nothing happened. At 9:30 a.m., both carriers, Yorktown and Lexington, sent off a total of 89 planes. We tuned in on the radio, and a few minutes later the planes reported a Japanese aircraft carrier 30 miles from the original objective. They were ordered to attack the carrier instead of the original objective. We stayed at general quarters until 2:30 p.m. At 1:30 p.m., the Yorktown sent out a message to all the ships in the force that 1 Japanese carrier was sunk. At about the same time, we intercepted a message from the Neosho that she was being bombed by 3 planes. An hour later, she was again attacked and reported that she was slowly sinking. The destroyer Sims, which was escorting her to Honolulu, was sunk. At 5:30, general quarters was again sounded. 2 groups of enemy aircraft were sighted. The aircraft carriers were at this time recovering U.S. planes. They at once started sending up planes. 5 enemy planes were shot down at the beginning, and later 3 more. An hour after the 5 were downed, the last 3 came and tried to land on the Yorktown. At this time, it was dark enough that identification was uncertain. These 3 planes came down and acted as if they were attempting to land. They had on their running lights. They were waved off, and as they went over the carrier, their identification was noticed: setting sun. As they circled again and again, it looked as if they were going to land on the carrier, and the carrier opened fire and got one of them. The U.S. fighters came down at about the same time and got the other 2. The tracers on the gunfire looked like the 4th of July. All the while, it was getting darker, and to risk turning on lights for the planes to land could not be done. All the planes landed except 5, which could not land. They were ordered to make for the nearest land, which was 130 miles away. One plane said he had only 10 gallons of gas. They told him to go as far as he could, then swim. Poor guy, he was one of the pilots that had just shot down one of the enemy planes too. Secured from general quarters at 8:10 p.m., score for the day was 1 Japanese carrier sunk, 8 planes shot down in vicinity. Our losses consisted of 1 tanker, 1 destroyer, and 5 planes lost in the attack on the carrier, plus 5 planes lost due to darkness. Tomorrow again is expected to promise new and more adventures. We are heading toward New Guinea, and an attack is expected sometime in the morning by enemy land planes and destroyers, as we will be in range.